So then the next question would then be, do you think like I guess throughout your time in CHH or for however long you've been involved in the space, like do you think there's like throughout the years, do you think there's a difference between like then like CHH back then and CHH right now, and like if so, like what are the biggest like gaps and like differences in what you see like back then versus like today?
Okay, so when you say back then, how far are we talking back?
Because you said you started you were on board with that Rapzilla in 2015.
Okay, so since I started until now.
Or I guess like when did you first like get into CHH? Really, we're listening to it.
Okay, so that's a loaded question.
Oh.
Let's see. So actually, when I was a kid, so I was raised in the church. So I've always like known about Christian music and everything. So this hat I'm wearing, DC Talk.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of him. If you've heard of Toby Mac.
Oh yeah.
Toby Mac was the rapper in this group called DC Talk.
Mm-hmm.
DC Talk was the first Christian rap or rappers to actually kind of break through into the CCM market and then have the evangelical audience and the white people be like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, we can accept this in the church. So when I was a kid, the only Christian rap I had ever heard of was Toby Mac. So all through the 90s when I was growing up,
really?
Literally the only rap I ever knew, but even considering secular rap and everything, was just Toby Mac.
Wow.
So it wasn't until I became a teenager that I started listening to other types of music and everything.
Yeah.
And one of the first Christian rappers I listened to was KJ52, John Rubin. In the early 2000s, they were like really popping. And then once I got like into like bands and playing shows and doing stuff, I stopped listening to like rap at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed like Lecrae when he started and Tripoli and the whole Unashamed, everything. I missed all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a whole gap of Christian hip hop history that I know nothing about from like 2004 until like 2012.
I
so
see.
I missed a lot. I missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I know from at least from when I started with Rapzilla in 2015 to where we're at now, what would be the biggest difference? I would say there are more artists like than ever.
Yeah.
Everybody now is an artist. You have photographers that are becoming rappers. You have graphic designers that are now all of a sudden rappers. You have producers that rap. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying that there are just so many artists. It's insane.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to keep up with. That's why people get mad at Rapzilla or me and they're like, oh, you never post me, you never heard of me, you never. I'm like, yo, there's like 5,000 of you guys. Of course I never heard of you. Like, there's just so much music content out there, which is a good thing, of course. The biggest changes is also a lot of the guys that I came in to Rapzilla knowing about, a lot of those guys, it's 50-50. It's either they're very successful now or they're completely gone.
Wow.
So that shows you like the time span of an artist in Ringo is so small that within 5 to 7 years, you're either not making any music at all, like almost like you've never existed, or you finally push through. And some of the guys that push through, you know, No Big Deal, Ty Brazzle, Mowgli the Iceberg, who are some other guys that were in there? Even your WhatupRGs, like WhatupRG, I did his first interview ever. At the time, he only had 2 songs out. Nobody knew who he was. They just knew him for like a feature that he did, and then the music video that he shot in Walmart. What is it? Don't forget to live. Yeah. So I hit him up because everyone was like, "Yo, you got to hear about this guy RG. This guy RG is incredible." I was like, why? He's only got 2 songs. I hit him up. I think he was 18 or 19 at the time, and we did an interview that did a story, and now we're getting RG. In 2015, Wande. In 2015, Wande was an intern for Rapzilla. So when I started writing for Rapzilla,
I didn't know this.
Wande was also writing articles for Rapzilla.
Really?
So now you see where Wande is.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. Like you see, just in that 5 to 7 year span, it's like the person can just go all the way up, or the person just totally doing something else.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
So the CH8 space and music space in general, your window is so short.
Yeah.
To make something happen.
Yeah.